Good morning. So today let's study the topic ecological pyramids. Now, what is actually ecological pyramids? These are the graphical representations to show how the organisms of different levels, trophic levels are arranged. So that particular graphical representation is known as ecological pyramid. Now, ecological pyramid may be upright, it may be inverted or spindle shaped. If it is upright, then what happens? The base is broad and the tip portion is it's pointed towards the apical portion, apex. So that is called an upright pyramid. And if it is inverted, then the top portion is broad and the base is pointed. And if it is a spindle shaped pyramid, then the base and the top are pointed and the middle portion is broad. So according to the distribution or number of organisms or whatever it is, parameter, based on the parameter, we will now get three different types of pyramids. It's upright, inverted and spindle shaped. Okay. Now, there are different ecological parameters, and based on these parameters, ecological pyramids are divided into three types. Okay, so here we will study three different types of ecological pyramids. One is the pyramid of number, other is the pyramid of biomass, and the third is the pyramid of energy. Now, pyramid of number, that means the number of organisms present in a particular area. So what type of organisms, how much they are present, so that particular, accordingly we can now construct a pyramid. That is called the pyramid of number. Now for example, let's see this terrestrial pyramid ecosystem. Here the number of grasses are much more. So these grasses, they are eaten by the grasshoppers. So grasshopper number is comparatively lesser than the grass. Then these grasshoppers are eaten by frogs, so their number will be comparatively more less. These are eaten by snake, and then these snakes are eaten by falcons or peacocks. So according to the trophic level, each trophic level the number of organisms decreases. So that's why it is forming an upright pyramid. But it is not that always we will get an upright pyramid. Sometimes exceptional cases are there. For what? Suppose if we consider a single tree, and in that particular single tree what happens? Number of birds, herbivorous birds which are feeding on that particular tree, the number is much larger, and on that birds parasites will be acted upon by them. So these number of parasites are much more larger than the birds. So if we consider that particular type of trophic level, then we get an inverted pyramid. Okay, and sometimes what happens? The tree is acted upon, feeded by, or this birds are feeding upon the tree, and those birds are ultimately providing the food for the hawks. So number of hawks will be less. So if we consider hawk, birds and tree, then we will get a spindle shaped pyramid. So in case of pyramid of number, we will ultimately get the three types of pyramids: upright pyramid, inverted pyramid and the spindle shaped pyramid. But provided the examples will be different and the conditions will be different. And the whole basic thing depends on the number of organisms that are present in the trophic level. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so next we come to the second part, that is the pyramid of biomass. Now biomass means we know the total amount of dry weight or fresh weight which is of a particular organism in a particular area. Okay, total population of a particular area. So that biomass, according to that biomass, if we consider a pyramid, then we will get an upright pyramid. Okay, basically upright pyramid is obtained. Now suppose for example in a terrestrial ecosystem, the grass, 1000 kgs we will consider the initial biomass, then 10% of that is converted or given to the next trophic level. That is, the grass is eaten by the primary consumers. Those primary consumers are getting 100 kg biomass, showing 100 kg biomass. Primary carnivores, again 10%, 10 kgs. Top carnivores 1 kg, 10%. That means a 10% only is going to the next trophic level, and that's why it is giving a number is the total biomass is decreasing gradually, so it is giving an upright pyramid. Okay. Now finally the pyramid of energy. Now we know that energy transfer is always, it follows the 10% law of Lindemann. So accordingly, if we consider this is the terrestrial ecosystem, plants, they are taking the solar energy 10% and they are providing that 10% energy to the herbivores in the food. So that 10% energy from the herbivores is getting converted or being given to the primary carnivores. That 10% given to secondary and top carnivores. So gradually what happened, from the lower level the energy consumption get decreased. So it always forms an upright pyramid. So now we have already known pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy. All these three pyramids are important for your exam purpose. So you have to know them properly with the example and how upright and inverted pyramids are done. Now for energy only upright pyramids are available because energy will be gradually decreasing. It will never not increase. Okay. So these three are important and you have to study them well. Okay. So the next topic, again, ecological efficiency. Now after the ecological pyramids, we have to study the ecological efficiency. Now what is ecological efficiency? It is actually the ratio of output to input of energy according to the flow of energy in an ecosystem. Okay, that particular thing is ratio is known as the ecological efficiency. Now ecological efficiency can be divided into four types. Photosynthetic efficiency, that means the ratio of energy in GPP, gross primary productivity, that means the total amount of energy formed during photosynthesis is called gross primary productivity. That particular energy divided by the energy in incident solar radiation, how much energy we are getting into 100, because this percentage is always calculated by multiplying with 100. So that particular thing is known as photosynthetic efficiency. Okay. Net is the net production efficiency, that means NPP by GPP, net primary productivity, that means the total amount of energy stored in the organic matter divided by the total energy formed into 100 is called the net production efficiency. Third is the assimilation efficiency, that means the food energy assimilated divided by the food energy ingested into 100. Okay, how much we are taking, how much is used, that into 100 is known as the assimilation energy efficiency. And the fourth one is the trophic level efficiency, or it is also known as the ecological efficiency. This can be explained by the ratio of energy converted into biomass at trophic level divided by energy present in biomass at lower trophic level. That means at trophic level, how much energy is being converted into biomass, okay, to the energy present in biomass at the lower trophic level. Lower trophic level means the base. So that into 100 gives us the trophic level efficiency. So along with pyramids, this efficiency is also important. You go through the definitions, it's already provided in along with this one. So hope everything will be clear to you. So go through the books and study them properly.